The National Labor Relations Act of 1935, NLRA, also known as the Wagner Act, guarantees the right of private sector employees to organize into unions, engage in collective bargaining, and take collective action, for example strikes, boycotts, picketing, etc. The NLRA allows both union and non-union employees to engage in concerted activities. The NLRA defined and banned employer unfair labor practices (ULPs). The NLRA banned company unions. A company or yellow union is a worker organization which is dominated or influenced by an employer, and is therefore not an independent labor union. Such employer-dominated unions are prohibited by the NLRA. The NLRA established the National Labor Relations Board, NLRB, to enforce its provisions. The NLRB does not initiate labor actions. It responds to labor charges and petitions, charges to prosecute violations of the NLRA, such as ULPs, and petitions to oversee the process by which employees decide whether to be represented by a labor union, i.e. representation elections. The NLRA applies to most private sector employers, including manufacturers, retailers, private universities, and health care facilities. The NLRA does not apply to federal, state, or local governments, employers who employ only agricultural workers, employers subject to the Railway Labor Act, i.e. interstate railroads and airlines, supervisors, domestic workers, and independent contractors. A yellow dog contract is a contract by a worker not to join or support a union. Yellow dog contracts were made illegal by the Norris-LaGuardia Act. Under the Wagner Act of 1935, an employer does not have a legal obligation to make concessions in response to union demands during a bargaining session. The Taft-Hartley Act of 1947 did not prohibit employers from expressing their views and opinions on unionization. To petition the NLRB for an election, a union must gather authorization cards from more than 50% of the employees. True or false? False. The correct percentage is 30%. A key principle of integrative bargaining is that the parties should focus on in negotiations. Common interests. Integrative bargaining is a bargaining strategy in which parties collaborate to find a win-win solution to their dispute. This strategy focuses on developing mutually beneficial agreements. Be sure to check out and purchase our study courses and practice exam courses on Udemy. Here is our PHR and SPHR practice exam bestseller course. Here is our PHR and SPHR exam study and review prep course, with detailed exam success strategies and in-depth review of all functional areas of the exams. Here is our SHRM-CP and SHRM-SCP practice exam course in a simulated format. Here is our SHRM-CP and SHRM-SCP study and review prep course with exam success strategies and study videos.